Fuson. Man,
that wasn't my taser, I promise. Thank you, Larry, and thank you for the Central Civitan for having this today. It's always important to come out and see what your elected officials and the candidates running for these offices offer you to serve you in these capacities. Again, I've taken over as sheriff when we lost our incumbent, Norman Lewis, who passed away from a valiant battle with cancer back in October of 2012. I took his position in December of 2012 to finish his unexpired term, which is coming up here in August. But a little bit about my background for those of you who don't know me. I've been involved with the Montgomery County Sheriff's Office for I'm in my 17th year. I began under then Sheriff Billy Smith as a reserve deputy. Norman Lewis hired me and put me in the courthouse as a court deputy. And then after a short period, I went over to the patrol division where I led the day shift as a supervisor, and I also led our tactical unit, enforcing some of the toughest and roughest laws in our county, planning search warrants, planning high incident felony arrest warrants. So I know what's going on in this county. I've been here long enough to do it, and I've worked with all of the departments in county government to help get that job done. So I think that's first and foremost most important. You've heard a lot of the candidates talk about their experience, but I think what's most important is what experience do you have here in this county serving the safety of the citizens of this county. And I'm telling you, the people that I've worked with and the job that we've done just in the last 20 months of serving as your sheriff has been proof of that. I just got some numbers yesterday, and I'm going to read some of them off to you about our crime solve rate. That's one of the biggest things that affects you after a crime has occurred. Now, there's been a lot of talk about violent felonies not being solved. Well, just for instance, when I took over in 2012, our case solve rate on violent felonies was 47.7%. Well, today, at the first 6 months of 2014, we're sitting on top of 77.1% case solve rate on violent felonies. And that number is from the TBI. Thank you. The Tennessee Bureau of Investigations puts out these numbers, and the proof is in the pudding. We've done a whole lot of things with a whole lot of less resources, and I know I've been fighting. You've been hearing it in the news and in online about the things that we're trying to do to get more people on the road to head off these crimes that are affecting you directly. And I'm going to continue to do that. But these numbers right here just show what I'm doing with the resources that we have, the current resources that we have, which is out of the current tax base. There's been a lot of discussion out there about taxes, and I know that as a sheriff of this county, I have to make sure that you are safe. So I have to have the resources to ensure that that's going to happen. So when I go to the county commission to ask for money, I'm not asking for a tax increase. The sheriff in Tennessee has more constitutional and statutory duties than any other elected official in the state of Tennessee, but raising taxes is not one of them. So I want that to be clear from everybody out here. I do not advocate for a tax increase. I do advocate for getting the fair share of the county tax base to ensure that you're safe, and that's what I'm going to continue to fight for. The numbers that I have now just on the case solve rate proves that what we're doing is working. And I think the biggest part of that is knowing the people that work at the sheriff's office like I do, and knowing the people that help support us, the other elected officials in the county, state, and on the federal level. So I would appreciate your vote. We do have I know other candidates to talk, and I may be over my time. Nobody's coming up here to kick me off yet, but anyway, I would appreciate your vote, and I will be here for as long as I need to be, and I'll be glad to talk to you about any issue that you want to talk about. So thank you again, and thank you Central Civitan for having this. Thank you.